I'm deaf. Hi guys, so today's a very different video. Basically, I don't even know where to start with this. I'm deaf, like 75% deaf, 100% in my left ear and 50% in my right ear. So I'm basically just gonna tell you my background, my story about how we figured out that I was deaf, the process of it all, and everything. So the doctors think I was born deaf. I found out when I was 10 years old. I can't believe I figured out when I was 10 and not, you know, like 5 or something. Didn't find out until I was 10, and I got hearing aids when I was 11 years old. They don't know what caused me being deaf. They think it may have been from headaches. Other than that, my ears look perfectly fine. Everything is, yeah, fine, but for some reason, I'm 75% deaf. So, I'm going to show you my hearing aids. So, I have two. This isn't going to work. Both of them look like this. So, this part, this is where, this like goes behind my ear. This part, this little thingy goes in my ear, like in my ear. It opens up like this, and there's a battery right here in there. This is a little button here. That little button controls the sound. Yeah, so I have two. You just pop them in. Oh, got hair in the way. And you just put it behind my ear. So this is off right now with the gate open, and then you turn it on by closing it. When it turns on, it goes beep 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 beep. So those little batteries I was telling you about, they come in packages like this, and this is what they look like. They have, so it's really small, and they have this coating on the back, and when you want to use it, you just take it off. Okay, so one thing I use, which I absolutely love this thing, I use it basically every day, it's this. This is what it looks like. There's a big button here and then two other smaller buttons. It has like other buttons here. Then there's on and off. So basically, I put this around my neck like this. I turn on Bluetooth on my phone, and then I turn this on, and then this is how I listen to music, because I can use headphones, like the ones that go like this over my ears. Don't like those that much though. I can use AirPods and, like, you know, headphones like that, but that means I have to take out my hearing aids, which means I have to blast my music louder, which means I could probably do damage to my ears. So I use this thingy, and I can just like stick it in my sweaters and shirts, and you can't even tell I'm wearing it right now. But yeah, I use this to work out. I just stick it in my shirt when I go. I just listen to music that way. Oh, also headphones where you stick them into your ear. My right ear is really small, so it doesn't actually really hold the mold that well. So back to when I was 11, when I got my first hearing aids. They were huge. They looked like old grandpa hearing aids, like, you know, when you have like a grandpa or grandma and they have these huge hearing aids, and they're like, yeah, I hated those. They filled my whole ear space, so it was a mold, and so it's just like a big piece of like clear mold. You stick it in your ear. That I did not like, but you know, there was nothing else to use besides that. So I had to use them. They were super annoying. I didn't like them. I didn't like how big they were. I didn't like how you could really see them if I had my hair up. So in middle school, I never yeah, so middle school, I never had my hair up because, I don't know, it was just kind of something I didn't want people to see because it's kind of embarrassing being, you know, like 11-year-old girl, and you know, you have these like big hearing aids, and you know, I always thought, like, when I found out I was deaf, I was super disappointed. Not disappointed, but I was just I don't know, kind of questioning why me. Yeah, so I never had my hair up, and sometimes it's still hard for me to have my hair up, but I'm still like working on having that confidence because you know, it's like glasses. Like, people have glasses and like it's hard for them to see, and so like I have hearing aids because it's hard for me to hear. And everybody has like things that's wrong with their bodies. It's just I haven't like come to that, I don't know, I haven't come and been like, yeah, I can do this. But every time I work out, I do keep my hair up. But like when I'm going in line for food and like people are behind me, like they're probably looking at the back of my head, and so like I don't know. And now I'm putting this on the internet, so now everybody knows I have hearing aids. But yeah, I'm glad that they're smaller, and now my ears can actually breathe and air can go in instead of a plug. But yeah. Also, another thing that I have is this weird pen-like thing. There's a clip here to put on your shirt or something. There's buttons here, of course. And you basically just give this to your teacher, and they put it on their shirt, or like if they have a pocket or something, and they talk. So if I'm in a lecture hall or something, my teacher takes it and they just talk just like how I am, and it goes, if I'm all the way in the back or something of the lecture hall, then the sound of their voice emits straight to my hearing aids. So it's basically like if you were to have headphones in it and your teacher was talking to you. Do I use this? No. No, I do not use this. I just sit in the front of the classroom, and my teachers are already pretty loud anyways, and they usually have mics anyways. And I don't have that, like I have 2 lecture halls, and yeah, I just sit in the front. Okay, and then yeah, so don't use this. So back when I had my old hearing aids, somebody could listen to what my hearing aids sounded like. You use this thingy to put on the end of the hearing aid, and then the person puts this in their ear. Oh, so that allows them to hear what my hearing aids sound like. So when you use this, it literally sounds like a robot. Everything sounds very weird and technological. I don't know, it just sounds weird, kind of robotic. When I first got my hearing aids, I went to the bathroom and I flushed the toilet, and I freaked out because it was so loud. It wasn't anything I was used to. And then we went out of the building, and it was like, you know, downtown Calgary, and I walked out of the building and the cars are so loud, and I was just like, everything was just like, it was just too much all at once. It was crazy. But now, you know, my ears are used to things, and so now it's not that big of a difference when I put them on. And yes, I can still hear and talk to people without my hearing aids. Also, why they don't think I caught that I was deaf was because I would read lips. So we went into the thing of, they were testing me, and there was like, let's pretend like there's a glass wall between us, you know, and you're saying, or I'm saying something to you guys, and you know, I'm talking like car, then you repeat car, and then everything was going fine. And then she puts up a paper over her mouth and she says car, and I totally missed it because I was so used to reading lips. These things, they're so small, it's really hard to show this. They're so small, so kind of hard to show this, but these are like the little things that go on the end of my hearing aids. I also have a cleaning kit, but that's kind of like more for my other hearing aids I had back then because they were so huge. I have a dehumidifier, which if I work out, or it's just really moist outside, or I went to the beach for the day, or if I accidentally get them wet, you open one of these little packages and then you put it in this container, and then you put this little thingy on top, and then you put your hearing aids in here and just let the orange thingy absorb all the moisture. So that's basically all the gadgets that I use for my hearing aids. So since I'm completely deaf in my left ear, it's actually technically not a hearing aid. They look exactly identical. But basically what happens is if somebody's talking to me on my left ear, the sound waves absorb into the hearing aid and they get transferred over to my right ear. So I'm technically never hearing out through this ear, but I do have a hearing aid, so it captures the sound waves and it transfers over to the right ear. So I do get surround sound, which is so nice, because with my other hearing aids, my right one was a little bit smaller because, you know, I have better hearing in that ear. My left one was huge. It was annoying. Didn't really help. Didn't find a purpose of wearing it. Super annoying for sports and things like that, just because it's huge and you're worried about it falling out and things like that. But no, this one, it helps me have more of a surround sound and people can actually talk to me in my left ear, which was like amazing. And it was, yeah, it's great. So it's like if somebody whispers to me, I can actually listen to them instead of like turning my head all the way this side, so people like have to talk to me in this ear, or always just standing on the left side so the person can stand here on the right side talking to me in this ear instead of, but now it doesn't matter where people stand or sit. Yeah, so that's fun. So it's actually a fun thing. If you put your ear to my ear here, and if somebody talks in this ear, you can hear the person talking. It's like it's going straight through my head, which is funny. But yeah, things that are really hard to hear are if I'm in a car. I am a really quiet person because there's so much sound going on in a car. There's music, there's people talking, and if the person in the front seat is talking, they're talking towards the car, and so it's hard for me to hear because I'm in the back, and I also can't read their lips. They're facing the front, music is on, like the cars outside is on, the wind is going, like it's just really hard to hear in a car because there's just so much sound going on around. This may sound absolutely terrible, but one fact about me is if you meet me and you're a really quiet person and if you're just a super quiet person, I probably will not hang out with you that much because it takes so much energy, it takes so much strength for me to hear people. It sounds terrible, but if you are a quiet person, like super quiet, and you kind of mumble and stuff like that, I will not talk to you. Because I will talk to you, but it's not like I'm going to go out of my way to talk to you because it's hard to listen to you. That sounds absolutely terrible, but it's so true. Yeah, also another thing, there are muscles that connect between your ears and they go down your shoulders, and if I'm not wearing my hearing aids for like a couple of days, my muscles will get rock hard because they're trying to strain so much to hear. So my muscles get super hard and they get super knotted because they're just trying so hard to hear. That's usually why my shoulders are always in pain, but you know it's okay. What other things? Things that are hard. Okay, so without my hearing aids, okay, the only thing I can hear in this ear is bombs, jackhammers, helicopters. I think that's it. I don't know this ear. And then this ear, I can't hear birds. Crap, I forget my range of hearing. But apparently I can't hear half the piano. So I took piano for like 2 or 3 years and then quit that. Because I wouldn't know if I could hear my sound, and I guess that's not really a good excuse. I think that's basically it. I think that's basically my whole story. If you guys want to comment down below if you guys have more questions, I can do another video, a part 2 or something, and I can answer those questions, or I'll just answer them on my Instagram or something. So thanks for watching. Bye guys.